the manly lion tamer with my whip.
Yeah, man.
And you're watching the stool. And generally speaking, you know, lions, predators, these animals, they're very focused creatures. And so it's in there, obviously they're trained, but anyway, but they're in there. And he's got the scene in his face, and he's concentrated on it, and also with the legs, that throws him off. You know, he's a focused creature, and he's trying to figure out what's the threat, what's going on here. And so he's focused here, doesn't know what's going on, and then the lion tamer's got his whip, and it makes a manly roar, and he's just establishing that he is the head of the pack, and the lion's like, I don't know what's going on here, so it backs down. Now as we have people walking through the haunts, we've got to do the same thing. Now we've got him focused, but you don't want him so focused that he's got obviously everything figured out. Like, come here, come look at this. It's made of latex. You know, you still want him to be a little on edge. And so we bring him and we break their focus, maybe in the dark maze. The lights are out, right? So they're a little confused. They've got an idea that they're supposed to be moving forward, and they're kind of focused on sounds, but they're coming from different spots, and the light comes on and different stimulus is throwing them off. And then when someone drops from the ceiling, you know, they're kind of trying to focus as much as they can, but they're getting overstimulated with all the different senses and what's going on, trying to figure out what's going on. They know something's going to happen, so their anticipation is heightened, right? And then he jumps down, which you're not expecting him from the ceiling, or it can come from the floor, or it can come from whatever, and that's how you get him.
As Adam's talking about this, we talked about having a decoy, but as we bring this up, we want you to be thinking about there's a lot of decoys. And everything that we're doing, we're trying to actually bombard their senses so that they can't analyze things fast enough, right? So if you ever really think about what a startle is, it's when something happens that you can't figure out fast enough, and so your brain kind of protects you by putting into a fight or flight. Okay? So as we've talked in other classes, we actually bring up the point that the brain has a lot of different inputs. What are ways that we get things in? Sight, smell, sound, touch, not many tastes, few tastes.
Eat this.
You can do it. Try it.
That'll distract you.
But the interesting thing about the brain is, as each one of these inputs comes, there's sound actually gets processed in this side part right here. Sight gets processed in the back part. Touch gets processed in the top, and all of them come together and get analyzed by the same single point in the center of the brain. Okay? If you have enough things happening, it creates a traffic jam where they can't analyze it fast enough, and so the brain kind of goes into hyper-awareness to try and stay on top of all these things. Now you got somebody who's tense. Okay? But it's because you've got all these different decoys that they're not sure what the problem is and where the attack is going to come. Now you've kind of overloaded all of their senses. Now they're primed for the scare. That's the fun part.
Should move on.
Yes.
Oh no. Oh no, not this.
Now, we've had a couple people that have been to our other presentations. We used to walk around, and we've got other. We do the CDs.
Oh, we'll do that later.
We'll do the. We've got other books and all sorts of stuff we talk about. We used to go around and get a group like this, and we'd scare them with a Jack-in-the-Box. It was always very effective. It was great. Very scary.
Or a balloon.
Or a balloon or something. Well, that's pretty lame. We're moving up to rusty metal traps now.
Awesome.
But yeah, see? I'm going to try to load this thing. Should I load it
This is real, so this
really is
get a close up. It could be good.
If anyone's
Come and take the tennis ball.
yeah, I need someone with
Snatch
good
this from my hand.
reflexes.
John, this is real. Come back up. No.
Seriously, you won't mind.
Now this thing like breaks bones and stuff. That is what its purpose is. So we're going to try to do it.
Okay.
That's a loaded trap.
That is a real trap.
Promise you.
And we don't bring real traps because we're hunters. We are not. We bring real traps because we want to teach you guys how to scare them. Okay? Now as you think about your room, each one of you guys, you've already figured out that you need to build anticipation, and then you need to have a decoy. Now we're going to change that metaphor and we're going to start talking about cheese.
Yes.
Okay?
I like cheese.
I like cheese.
As we were talking about
The game is now changed.
the duck, this duck is bait, right? We're trying to get the other ducks to come in and and nest next to them so that the hunter can actually get a good shot. Okay? We do the same. If you think about every single trap, including the ones that you guys build here, every single trap needs to have two things. Any ideas?
Spring. Bait.
Bait
Trigger.
and
And the actual trap.
a trap. I'm going to keep it simple. Bait and a trap.
Simple rock.
Okay? And so, if you're in that room and you're thinking about, boy, this is a neat room, I'm going to get them in and they're going to look at this and they're going to be so scared. No, you're just a piece of cheese. There needs to be a trap. And that piece of cheese. And so we're going to talk about what are the traps? What are the types of traps, the gotchas that we do?
Should we set it?
Go ahead. You want to show them what it's like? Do a little.
This is our little Ted
Bye, Ted.
walking through the haunt. La, 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 la. He sees this with no cheese, but he's a dumb rat.
Yay!
That's a dead rat.
That's why we use plastic ones. No actual rats were harmed in the.
No, no.
Oh.
Evans, no.
Well, we can pull Sean back up.
We could.
Then
You know
we
what,
still
let's
wouldn't
do
be
it.
harming actual rats.
Let's hook some electricity to this thing.
So it's a double.
He's ready.
Like that.
Clamped on his arm.
Doesn't have any teeth on it though.
Okay, so
It's not a bear trap, it's a beaver trap.
So now you've got the principles of warfare. You've actually set up some sort of deception where you've got them thinking they know what the trap is, right? If they really do know what the trap is, then it isn't. So what's a gotcha? We call it a gotcha. I've heard you guys use boo boxes, you use other things. What are the things you guys call the actual startle? The scare? Is that all it is? Okay. But that's the
Pretty
point,
much.
isn't it? If you think about when anybody's going through their haunt, they want two things. They paid their money for the anticipation and for the scare. Okay? Is there any other reason anybody's in here?
I go to haunted houses to look at the neat props.
Okay. Yeah, and I do. You're right. We appreciate things kind of on a different level, I think. What was that?
He's waiting for the bus.
I was waiting for the bus and I
Just started. Now you've been in here for a month and a half, and no one can get you out.
Pretty much, yeah.
This one?
You're not.
Yeah, can we get another volunteer? This is a pretty
All right, come
simple.
on up. What was your name?
My name's Ian.
Ian. Come on up.
Volunteered my stupid weird shirt.
All right. Can you catch?
I can do it if you need catching.
Right. You're right there. You're good. Okay. Can you catch?
I can catch.
Okay. This is pretty simple. This is a pretty simple. We'll just do this. Is just a test run. He can catch. All right. Get a little applause there.
Little applause.
Just a little applause. Okay, so we're just gonna do that same thing. Just ready? One. Ready? Oh! That's the same thing I did to my
We
brother.
do this in practice in his room. He
No,
pelts
it's
me in the
fine.
eye. I couldn't see.
Okay.
clearly.
Trust me, half the girls out there have hit me worse.
All right.
Only half?
I'm not gonna say it scared me, but it did get a response out
Get
of it.
our response. I
Good enough.
apologize. Okay.
No, it's okay.
I actually hit Adam in the eye practicing this, so I guess I was, perfect practice makes perfect performance. He should have done it. Okay, what did we do besides maiming him?